All right. Welcome to AP Calculus BC. It's Monday, April 27th. Let me change my screen here and get a better deal. Let's see. Speaker view. Is it not cooperating? Come on, folks. There we go. All right. I think most of you know me. There he is. Everybody's here. Let's go. Most of you know me from the hallways. A couple of you I had back in, let's see, a couple of you I had back in Algebra 2 days, or Algebra 1 days, and hopefully you've recovered from those damages. But I've only got 4, maybe 5 classes with you before your AP exam on May 11th or 12th. And she, I think, sent everybody a nice big packet of materials that she prepped over Easter break that I'm basically just going to help facilitate you guys with it. My calculus skills are very old and very rusty, and I'm reluctant to get too deep into the weeds with methodologies because I don't want to undo all the fine work that she did. So I'm just going to serve you more as kind of a facilitator to work through each day what she's kind of outlined that she believes based on her knowledge, expertise, and research of the AP exam that'll hopefully set you up and prep you the best for the AP exam. Any questions on that? All right. And for today, she says that we should get through 2 FRQs each class, okay? And she prioritized these, based on her knowledge and experience of the AP exam, and I guess also factoring in your guys' knowledge and experience. And the two things that we're supposed to work on today is the AP exam A5, which covers multiple units, all right? And quote unquote, I'm just going to read you what she says so that I don't misinterpret or misphrase what she instructed, but she says encourage the guys to do the parts they can and to scrap for points. So I assume that means you can get partial credit on some of these AP exam questions. And so, to make sure you kind of scratch around and work particularly hard to get whatever points you can on this, on the problems that are similar to this AP exam A5. And then the other thing she wanted us to work on, the other, I guess, FRQ for today is Unit 2, FRQ number 3. And if you got the same materials I did, she's got one file there with the problems, and then she's got actually one file with the answer key. I'm kind of leaving it up to your guys' suggestion and guidance so that we make this time together as most valuable and practical and useful for you guys. Again, not only to finish the year successfully, but to hopefully do very well on the AP exam, so that maybe you can jump a couple notches ahead in your college endeavors next year. So I will leave it up to you which one of these 2 FRQs that we want to focus on today. I'd say we do 20 minutes on one and 20 minutes on the other, or something along those lines. And if your past work practices, if you want me to kind of break you out into a breakout room with 3 or 4 of you in each breakout room, or if you want to work collectively or collaboratively, we can do that. Again, I'm kind of leaving it up to what will suit you best with what you've been doing up to this point this year, and particularly the last month or 2. Thoughts or comments, suggestions? Or is it better for you to work solo and independently? I just kind of, I quit talking and let you work on one of them, then we come back together in 15 minutes and talk about it. We can do that. Again, I'm kind of looking for your guidance and recommendation of what you believe will be most beneficial to you.
Are we turning these in on Blackboard?
No, the only grades that she said for me to complete for you these next 2 full weeks we have, we may meet on Monday, would that be 2 weeks from now? Yeah. Is I give you a participation grade, which basically means you come into class, you give it your best effort, and that's that she says she's got enough prior grades up to this point for you. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
if you turn them in on Blackboard, you don't want me to score them. Like I said, my calculus expertise and knowledge is extremely old and rusty. So you're not going to turn them into Blackboard. But in the stuff that she sent you, you got the different file folders also, right? That one set has the actual problem, and then or one file folder has the actual problems, and another one has the exact same problems with the answer keys attached, right? So I could, you're gonna grade it. They're gonna be graded, but you're gonna self-grade. That makes sense.
Gabe, I'm gonna get a 5 on this exam, and you're gonna get a 1.
Come on.
I agree.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice. She's hoping and banking at all you get 4s and 5s. All right, and then let's see. There's something else.
Lieberman, that 5's all you, bro.
She had sent me an email. Also, she wanted you guys to spend some time. We can either do it in class or probably out of class. It's more practical. Where I guess it's not, and I'm not speaking from intimate knowledge or expertise on you guys. Then having to then re-upload each individual problem to be graded or something. Is that correct?
Are you talking about for the AP exam?
Yeah, and I think that's what, her concern and suggestion is, we want to spend these next 4 classes, maybe 5 classes to get you, as prepared as possible for the AP exam. And I'm trying to, let me see if I can find I think she sent that on a separate email, that we spend some time, let's see, if possible, she says, have the guys practice uploading an FRQ to the Dropbox on Blackboard, finding that they will have to do this during the exam and will have 5 minutes after each FRQ to do so. So it looks like you each kind of problem you work on kind of independently, and then you got to put it in some kind of Dropbox for AP. Is that correct?
Yes.
But she wants you to be, an expert at that, so you don't have the mechanics of it. Even if you know the materials and can solve the problems, she wants to ensure and make sure that you have the mechanics of getting your work back to the AP system to be graded. She wants you to be good at that, so that's not going to hurt your individual AP scores. So, thoughts, recommendations on how to best utilize this 45, 50 minutes we have together for the next couple of weeks, a couple times a week. Do you guys normally work problems independently on your own, or do you work like in pairs? Or
we usually just work on it, and like we usually have, she prints the problems out and puts them on the board, and we're allowed to work together on it and stuff, but you show your work individually type of thing.
Okay. So would it be beneficial to, I can put you together in breakout rooms and you work together, and I can kind of bounce around to the rooms and do that? Or do you want to, does someone want to take the lead and kind of walk through one of the, we got two problems to work on today. Walk through them kind of collectively with one of you guys taking the lead?
You got it, Nate.
Particularly,
it's probably best to just put it in breakout rooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
breakout
rooms would be better.
Breakout rooms, okay. Now, and how many you want in a breakout room? We got 8. We do 2 of 4 or 4 of 2. How do you want? What's again? I'm very flexible, and I want to do whatever. I want to accommodate whatever your wishes and desires are that best help you for the AP.
Probably half and half.
Two groups of 4.
Yeah.
Do you have any preference of the, again?
Don't put me with CJ.
Don't put me with Gabe. Put me with John.
Oh yes.
I want Ty.
Give me.
I want Gallagher.
Give me Ty.
Yeah, Tim.
Let's see. So 4 and 4. Would this work? Calizzi, Gallagher, Gleiberman, Griffith in one, and then Ibanez, Owen, Slate, and White in the other. Is that?
Yeah, that works.
That works.
My goal is just to try to accommodate and be a facilitator to help you do what you guys need to do to best prep, and also to make. I don't want to do you to waste your time. I want to make this time as productive as it possibly can be with my limited calculus knowledge and expertise.
You're doing great, sir.
Society says,
All right. So let's see. So everybody's got the packet of information that she sent you a couple, probably last week or the week before last. So why don't we just do them in the order? Let's do AP exam 5. It's almost 15 after the hour, and I give you 10 minutes. Do you think 10 minutes is sufficient to work that problem? You're going to have to tell me that, because I'm not speaking from as a calculus wizard.
Looking at that problem, it looks kind of lengthy.
It says 22 and a half minutes.
Yeah, 22 and a half minutes per problem.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one that has like 5 parts to it, isn't it? Or so.
Yeah.
I looked at them
Yeah.
over, and I was trying to find either through Patrick JMT or Con if he had anything comparable. In my limited research, I didn't find anything comparable. That's the 2 guys I usually go to if I want to get an opposing opinion on how to do things. So that one's 22, and the other one, that one's 22. Let me see what the other one doesn't have a time frame on it. So you want to just then focus on one, and then you work on the other between now and Wednesday? Why don't we do that? Why don't we focus on the one in class, and then you focus on the other one between now and Wednesday? Which one
That can work.
collectively would be best be beneficial for you guys?
A5.
A5?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to do A5. That's the 22 and a half minute one. So I'll give it to like 35, which is almost about 20 minutes. And then I'm not big on breakout rooms, so I'll try to bounce back and forth between the 2 and just as an observer, not so much as a contributor. And then we'll all come back together for the last 10 minutes or so of class. Does that sound practical?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can do this breakout room. Let me see if I can. All right, so let's see. In breakout room 1, we'll do Calizzi, Gallagher, Lieberman, and Griffith, basically the first half of the alphabet. Let's see. Calizzi, Gallagher. Where's Gleiberman? Did we lose Gleiberman? You here?
It's
He's
Nate.
here.
Right here.
It says
He has
Nate.
it under
Okay, I
Nate.
see. I got you. All right. Okay, and then Slate, White, Tony, and Ty, and the others. All right, so I'm going to open all rooms. So I think you guys will disappear, and then I'll try to pop into the rooms, and then I will somehow retrieve you back. Like I said, I don't use breakout rooms in my other classes, so I'll try to get you back here for the last 10 minutes. Fair enough?
All righty.
Before we split up. All right, you need anything from me in the interim other than just get out of the way? All right, here we go. All right. Let's see.
A in the problem.
Right.
Did we get a guest? We did.
Particle moves along the x-axis.
But there is no A, so either it's acceleration or the problem is rigged. Do they
Okay.
mean K is constant?
I think so.
Yeah,
That
just to
sounds-
interject, because in the question it says A is constant, but in the answer key it says K is a constant. Or could they both be constants? And I'm not asking to trick you, but
Well, there's no A, so I think it's just a
Typo.
typo.
okay.
Because acceleration wouldn't be constant
Right.
because we'd have to take the second derivative.
That makes sense. Also, just interject, in that packet of material she sent you guys is that quick reference guide, which according to her, she said that you guys can use during the exam. So they want to have that readily available as a reference. Got a ton of information on it. I'm going to jump to the other room and see if they're having the same issue on that typo.
Knowing Gaby probably figured it out.
Guys,
Has anyone started yet?
the other room said that they think there's a typo in that question because it says A is constant in the question sheet, but in the answer key it says K is a constant. So that, in the question itself, they believe that
Yeah.
A is a typo and it should actually say K. Because it says K is constant in the actual answer key, if that's throwing you guys a curveball.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys were talking about that. I was over in the other group. And don't forget, you've got this nice reference guide that was in that packet of materials that installment sent you guys that you can use now and as well in the AP exam. So take advantage of that. It looks like it's got a wealth of information on it, maybe beneficial. Guys making progress?
Yes, sir.
Need your help a second. Got a class. Oh, but, sorry.
Smart we are.
Doing all right?
Yes, sir. Word. Question. When you get the first derivative, you get kt, you get k over kt, right? John?
You do what?
You'd get k over kt, right? And then wouldn't the k's equal 1? Because it's k over k.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of cheating off the answer key on for A. It's K over KT, which then equals 1 over T, or T is greater than or equal to 1.
All right. Yeah.
Smart I am.
And then it looks like if you get A right, C is, you just take half. I might be oversimplifying. You just take half of your answer for A and half your answer for B to do C. I may be oversimplifying. I'm just kind of I'm looking at the answer key and just kind of looking to see what they did. And I can see why she says, scrap for points, because you've got on the answer key, you've got various point breakdowns where you're getting, a point here and a point there, like on C, there's 3 different answers there. You pick up one for each. So I assume that's why she's saying grab as many points as you can on the stuff that you know is right.
Sorry, I did not mean to leave. I was in breakout room number 2. Wait, I can't hear you. Sir, are you muted? I can't hear you. Sir, I can't hear you. I believe you are muted. You are. Yeah, I can see that. Oh.
I just realized the A5 ones from Master Math Mentors. No. Now I get why they messed up the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you referring to that constant typo?
Yes, the constant typo. We had the Master Math Mentor last year for calculus, and it was always written wrong.
Okay.
It's a good time.
How we doing?
Amazing, sir.
Chugging along.
Are you down to like D or E, C, D or E now, or we're
We're
about?
on. Well, I'm on D.
Okay. All right. So I'll give it to like quarter till, then I'll pull everybody back together again.
Alrighty.
All right.
Wait, is Mr.
It's
Gavin
a
here?
work heavy class.
Such an. Oh. Oh, shoot. Hey, sir.
Oh, did I miss out some key information there? You guys down around C or D now? Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. I'll give it to about quarter till, then I'll pull you back together again for the last 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
I'll get off so you can continue to talk about me.
No, we weren't.
Hey,
Hey.
now you can join the breakout room again.
Wait, how?
Okay, I think everybody's back, right? You hear me okay? All right. Um, any, anything anybody wants to share, reference that problem that any kind of watch out for, be careful of, make sure of, kind of, know
I,
everybody?
Gabe, you got any input, bro?
So anybody want to fire questions at each other as far as, or exchange any inside information on easiest and best way to solve through that multi-question problem?
Gabriel, what'd you get for D?
I just set it equal to 0.
Which one did you set
Velocity.
equal? The velocity.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
And then did you solve it?
No, you're not supposed to.
Bro, what?
not
Which
supposed to solve
trig
it.
function did you do though?
No, you write it as a, like you get it simple to a trig function. So it's like cotangent 2 pi t equals 2
Well, it
pi
said
t.
several different things. It had equals, so you can add different answers.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Looks like there's two different ways to express that answer on D. And you get a point for each, if I'm interpreting that correctly. So if you've got stuff you've worked out, you may want to, pull that answer key or print it out or have it available to you and compare what the answer key is. If you don't have it, I can send it to you. What the answer key is, reference what you did. Any other exchange of information that you guys want to exchange amongst yourself? And I'll kind of tell you about between now and Wednesday, just a couple things. You guys are quiet. You're a lot more talkative with Ms. Stolman running the show. Okay.
Or it's Monday.
Yeah. And everybody's kind of burned out on this methodology on both sides of the camera. So in touch unit 2, FRQ 3. So please take a look at that between now and Wednesday. It looks like it was, again, I'm not speaking from a calculus wizard. It looks similar to that problem she was working with you guys on Wednesday with the graph and coming in from both sides. So take a look at that, and particularly work it if it's one that you're struggling with. If you've got the differentiation stuff down, maybe you could just do a quick refresher on it. And then again, as a reminder, she said that make sure if you're not proficient in it, practicing uploading an FRQ to the Dropbox on Blackboard. And just again, that you're going to do this during the exam, and you'll have 5 minutes after each FRQ to do so. So you want to be, you don't want that to be a stumbling block or a big time waster during the exam. So make sure you're good and proficient at that. The stuff we're looking at for Wednesday is, and you probably have this somewhere in that material that she sent you. We're going to do Unit 2 FRQ 4 and Unit 2 FRQ 5, which focuses on derivative rules. And she says, make sure you have that nice reference guide available with you. All right. If you can print it out, that I would think that'd be outstanding. Just have that accessible to you for the 2 FRQs that were, again, it's 4 and 5 of Unit 2 that we'll focus on Wednesday. Now, if you look also, there's several that we're not going to get to that she just said, you know, if you want the additional practice, take advantage of those too between now and about 2 weeks from tomorrow. So that's all I've got for you, unless there's any questions or anybody needs to convey anything else to any of the other class members.
Have a great day, sir.
You too. Anybody else? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you.
We'll see you on see you Wednesday at noon.
Peace out, sir.
Take care.